Hello, if you get my voice on screen, those are attending in online. Guys, please check it. Hello, if you get my voice on screen, those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. Hello, if you get my voice on screen, those are attending in online. Right. Right. Good morning, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. Right, sir. Then in the last class, just we understand. 1 minute. All right, sir. In the last session, just we understand. So what exactly the meaning of client in a client server architecture, the topic we understand. Now let us continue the content here, the discussion over client server architecture. Okay. So this is clearly client server architecture. Then before that, now let me give some clarity on the content what we have discussed there previously. All right, sir. Now tell me, in a client server architecture, mainly how many components are available? Three components. What are the three elements which are available mainly in a client server architecture? Client, protocol, then what next one here? Server. Client, protocol, then what next one? Server. Okay, fine. Then we started with what their client. We started with what their client. What exactly the meaning of client? In a client server applications, the main role of the client is to submit a request to the server and to get response from the server. At client mission, to submit request to the server and to get response from the server, we have to use a tool, a separate tool in the form of like what there, a browser. So where browser is acting as what there, a client. Strictly speaking, inside the browser also, a tab is acting as what there, a client. In a client server architecture, in a client server applications, to send a request from the client browser, we have to use a string data at the client's address bar. A string data at the client's address bar, that string data is like what I'm telling there, like URI. That string data is called as like what there, URI. Also carefully. All right, sir. Then how many types of URIs are available? Two types of URIs are available. Now here we have a question. What is this question actually? What is the difference between URI, URN and what next one? URL. URI, URN and what next one here? URL. URI, Uniform Resource Identifier, is a string data at the client browser address bar. It is able to refer a particular web resource existing at the server machine. URI is a string data at a client's address bar. It can be used to refer a particular resource at the server machine. In general, for the server side resources like servlets, there are two identities. What are the two identities for the servlet side server side now? One is a logical name, another one is what there? Locator or alias name or URL pattern. Anything here we can use. But anyway, in the application development, we are able to identify clearly this points now. But before that, we have to understand all the points. URN, what is the meaning of this URN? It is a string data at a client's address bar. It is able to refer a particular server side resource like servlet through the resources logical name. For every resource, logical name is one identity and the locator is another identity through the logical name. If you refer any particular resource from the client by providing a string specification at a client browser, that string is called as what there? URN. Next one is, what is the URL actually? It is a string data at a client browser's address bar. It is able to refer a particular server-side resource like servlet through the resources URL pattern or alias name, or what next one here no locator. Either of the things here we are able to use to refer a particular server-side resource. Right. Then after that, then I given a simple example I given for this servlet. No, if you think login servlet is our servlet there, its configuration we have to provide in what there web.xml file. How we provide configuration here? Web app is a root tag. Inside this servlet tag, servlet mapping tag. Two tags here we have to write. In a servlet tag, servlet name here we have written login servlet, that is logical name. Servlet class tag we provided. There we have to provide fully qualified name of the respective servlet class. Here the fully qualified name of the respective servlet class is what there? com.durgasoft.servlets.login servlet like this. Under servlet mapping again, servlet name tag here we have to provide. Whatever the value we provided for servlet name tag under servlet tag, under servlet mapping tag, that value must be same. Then only mapping would be provided between that URL pattern, that is alias name or locator, and the servlet class name. URL pattern tag is here we provided there. Along with that URL pattern tag, whatever the value we provided, that value is nothing but what there? Locator, URL pattern, and alias name. See here, URN is what there? http:// localhost colon 8080 slash login app slash login servlet. This is what their logical name. Through the logical name, we are going to refer what their login servlet. This is exactly the meaning of what their URN. But through the locator we are trying to access what there? This particular login servlet. Through the URL pattern we are trying to access what there? Login servlet. Further purpose here we provided http:// localhost colon 8080 slash login app slash what there? Login. Right. So one note I given there. What is that note there? Supporting URN and URL is completely depending on the server which we used for the server side applications. Almost all the servers are supporting what their URN, but URN is supporting or not depends on like what their that servers what we have used. But as per my observation, I have worked with almost all 3 to 4 servers there, but no server is giving support for what their URN, but almost all the servers are supporting for what their URL. Next, what is the syntax of this URL exactly? Syntax of that URL is very clear. Protocol name first, colon slash server IP address colon server port number slash application name slash resource path. Then here we have to provide what there? A set of key value pairs. A set of key value pairs here we have to provide. Example here we are given. Alright, so now HTTP is what their protocol name colon slash s. Now this is clearly what their server IP address. This is what their port number. Then what next one here? Login app. That means application name. This is resource name. Then after that, input data to the resource. That input data here we provided in the form of a set of key value pairs separated with and symbol. And this total part is separated with what their question mark. Input data and URL is separated with what their question mark here. Example I've given there, http:// server IP address, server port number, application name and resource name. Then after that, question mark. Then the remaining part is like what there is a input data to the respective content. That's okay. Then one example here I've given there. In general, this is server mission. Its IP address is what there 121.98.67.34. Inside this, how many servers are available? 2 servers are available. One server is at with what there 8080, that is Tomcat. Another server is what there WebLogic, where the value is what there 7001. Right, sir. Inside the Tomcat login application is available. Inside the WebLogic, some other application is available. Registration application is available. Login resource is available inside the Tomcat. Registration resource is available inside like what there register reg app. All right, sir. Now I want to access both the resources now. To access both the resources, then what we have to use there? First one. Okay. Now here we can use like what there. First one is like what there here. URN is what there. http:// 121.98.67.34:8080/login app/login. Then this is input to data here we are getting. Now here also the same thing for what there registration app http:// something else. Now server IP address port number application name resource path question mark uname is equal to abc and equal is equal to btech and editor is equal to Hyderabad like this here we provide. That means think of it, we are standing at client browser, but I want to refer a particular resource which is available at server. So we have to frame the total path. The path is nothing but what there URL or maybe URN or maybe URI. Right, sir. Next, one more note I've given there. This note here we have to understand what is that note here. If server software is installed in the same client machine, server software is installed in the same client machine, then it is possible to specify either 121.0.0.1 or localhost. We can specify like what there either localhost or we can specify 127.0.0.1. Example I've given there. http:// localhost in place of server IP address. What I specified here no localhost :8080 / login app / login where some input data here we provided. http:// localhost 7001 / registration app / reg. Then remaining data is what there input data that we provided clearly. That's it. Up to this part here we understood clearly now. Got it or not? Now before going to start protocol, I have few questions with the content here. Two questions, especially two questions are available. Nowadays, interviewers may ask these two questions now. So here we have to respond for these two questions. That very first question here, what I am telling to you, observe carefully. What is the difference between IP address and port number? They are the basic questions only. What is the difference between IP address and port number? At least as per our explanation today and yesterday, easily we can provide the difference between IP address and port number. Anyway, I'll give that information. Now try to understand it clearly. Right, sir. All of you observe carefully. IP address is an unique identity for each and every mission in the network. IP address is a unique identity for each and every mission in the network. That means simply I'm telling their computer identity in the network, system identity in the network. IP address is a unique identity for each and every mission in the network, and it will be provided by the network administrator at the time of network configuration in our system. That is, who is providing that in the sense, who will define that in the sense, network administrator will configure that at the time of network configuration. Right. This is what is the meaning of like what their IP address. At least for our understanding, we have to think about it. In the network, so many systems are connected. 100 systems are connected, but every system must have an identity or not. If you want to transfer data from my computer to some other computer, every system must have its own identity or not in the point of network. So that network identity is what their IP address. Clear? Then what is this port number actually? What exactly the meaning of port number here? Observe carefully. No? Right, sir. Port number is very clear. Try to understand this clearly. First, understand the concept now. This is my single computer. Everybody, observe my point. This is my single computer. At present, webinar software is running. Webinar is running. Next one is browser is running. Browser is also be tool. Browser is also be running now. Paint is running. Command prompt is running. Am I right or not? Say for example, if I click on Eclipse, Eclipse is running. Okay, maybe so many things are running, so many tools are running. Observe carefully. But every tool or software, are running on the top of a particular process. On the top of a particular process. That processes must be assigned by the operating system. Understand my point here? Every tool or everything or every software is running on the top of a process, an individual process. That individual processes are having a separate unique numbers, unique identities for each and every process. The process identities are called as port numbers. That port number is what? Their process identity. Good. Anyway, all these things are not required, but my required point is like what I'm telling to you. My required topic is like what there. All right, sir. Observe carefully. My required point is like what there. Server mission is a computer which is recognized in the form of like what their IP address. Inside the server mission, 2 to 3 servers I might be installed. Tomcat is at one site, WebLogic is at another site, maybe some other Glassfish is at another site. Like this, I installed 3 servers. When I start all the 3 servers now, automatically every server is running on the top of a process or not? Everything is on the top of a separate process. So 3 processes are running at present. So for each and every process, we need some separate identity. That identity is called as what there? Process identity. That identity is called as what there? A process identity. Yes, sir, all of you get my point or not? That process, that identity is called as what there? Process identity. Everybody, observe carefully. What is the meaning of this process identity? All right. Okay, fine. This is basic awareness on like what there? Port number. Process identity is called as what there? A port number. Next one. Especially for servers I'm taking now. For some softwares, port number will be fixed. For some softwares, port number will be fixed. Example, almost all the server softwares, whatever the servers you are using, like what their Tomcat or WebLogic or something else, no, almost all they are using what their that fixed port numbers. At the time of installation of the servers, they'll fix the port number. That means that softwares will give an intimation to the operating system when we are assigning a process for my particular Tomcat server, you must use by default 8080 port number. If I access my WebLogic server, if I start WebLogic server, definitely you have to assign a process for this WebLogic server. So that process must run on what there 7001. Similarly, if I assign a particular like that, then I want to start like what there some Glassfish or something else, no, where definitely we have to assign a port for the process is what there 4848 like this. So that means for some server softwares, the port number is fixed. Even not only that, if you take Oracle if you take no, then what is the Oracle listener port number? They know 1521. MySQL if you take there, what is the MySQL listener port number? They know what's the value? You know 3306. In that way, these port numbers are what they're fixed max. But for some other softwares, the port numbers are not going to be fixed. Dynamic porting is coming. Dynamic port numbers will come. Dynamic port numbers in the sense on flow port numbers will be created by our process management automatically. So they are nothing but what are dynamic porting, dynamic port numbers. Got it or not? But anyway, we don't require to go with dynamic port numbers. Max we are going to with what their static port numbers. That already server softwares are specific with the port numbers. No, through that particular port number only the servers are going to be run. So if it is a case, that is very simple for us to establish or to expose that URL in the network for the clients in order to access our respective applications. Say for example, every time if it is taking dynamic port number, how it is possible to identify every time that port number by our customers to access our application? Our customers must require one URL or not? In that URL, that port number must be fixed or not? Then only our customers will access our application constantly. If my port number is changing continuously, automatically our customers are getting some problem or not? So because of that reason, almost all the server softwares are providing static port numbers. Examples I'm telling there, Tomcat is like what there 8080. Of course, we can change them. The server softwares are giving option for us to change the port numbers also, not to maintain them as what they're fixed. For example, 8080 is a default port number for what their Tomcat can, but it is clashes with the Oracle documentation actually. When we install that Oracle there, Oracle 10G I think so, Oracle 10XE or something else. No, when we install Oracle 10XE version there, Oracle documentation we are able to get with the 8080 port number only. But Tomcat port number, listener port number is what there 8080. So this 8080 is going to be clashed with the Tomcat server and Oracle server, Oracle database. In that situation, what I have to do now? As I know this situation, at the time of installation of my Tomcat server or after installation of the Tomcat server, I may go to the Tomcat configuration files where I will change that port number for Tomcat from 8080 to some other 1010. For my Tomcat, I used to with what there, I'll go for with what there 1010 port number. I don't want to use 8080. Why? Because 8080 is a port number that will be used for multiple softwares. Multiple softwares are going to use what there 8080. That's why I don't want to maintain 8080 for my Tomcat. There I want to go with what there 1010 as per our simplification. So this is what exactly the meaning of like what there port number. Right, so now let's define this point here. Now try to understand this clearly. All right, sir. Port number is an unique identity for each and every process being executed in a single computer, being executed in a single machine or single computer or a single machine, both are same. Okay, observe carefully. It would be provided by the local operating system which we used in our mission. Right, sir. Port number is an unique identity for each and every process being executed in a single computer, single machine. It will be provided by the local operating system which we used in our mission. That's the point here. All right, sir. Next one is like what there, guys. Screen is not shared. Yeah. All right, so then I shared screen already. Yeah, please check your internet speed, guys. From my side, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Right. Now let's come for the point here. So this is the port number, but note up a point I'm telling there, are normal point only. In general, some softwares like server softwares, Tomcat, WebLogic, then what next one here, Wildfly, Glassfish, and so on, are having fixed port numbers. They will run on the specific port numbers only. Examples, some examples here I'm telling there. Tomcat. For Tomcat, it will be like what there? 8080. Next one here, after this. WebLogic. What we have to specify there? 7001. Listener port numbers. Then after that, okay. Then after that, if we have to this glassfish is having 4848 glassfish administration. I'm telling there. Maybe some other. Not only that. Now the other server software I'm telling there, but Wildfly, some other port number is going to be available, but we're not required to think about it. We need to change that. Why? Because at the time of installation, I think so. We have to identify this what port number is coming there. In the glassfish port 4848 is what their administration port number. Alright, so like this here we are getting that we can understand. If you want to add some other softwares there, like Oracle 1521 is going on Oracle driver, MySQL driver is going on with what there 3306. Like this we can add some other port numbers also clearly. Alright, that's okay, fine. This is a clear cut information about like what there. Alright, sir, what exactly the meaning of port number and IP address? All of you are getting clarity or not? No response, guys. Alright. Next, one more question here we are having. What is this one more question here? Understand this clearly. Another question. This is the question not only in Java. This question will be asked in even in a .NET or even in UI also, UI technologies also. This is a normal question. The very common question in every sector. What is query string and what is the use of query string in web applications? Simple speaking. Right, so now this is a question. Those who are attending UI classes, those who are attending UI classes, those who have completed UI classes, you have to answer for this question. Query string. Have you understood that query string? IP address and port number is a very generic concepts only. Even query string is also like that generic concept only. Any of you identified this? Any of you are getting clarity on this? Any of you are having answer for this question? What is query string and what is the use of query string in web applications? Okay, anyway, I'll give clarity. Now try to understand this. Observe carefully. Nothing, sir. Already we have seen this point, but with that name I have not given the point. Now I'm giving the definition. I'll try to understand it. No. Query string is the collection of key value pairs, separated with and started with question mark, started with like what there question mark, separated with and started with question mark in URL. Got clarity? Now you can understand it. What is that query string? Right, sir? What is this query string? No, query string is the collection of key value pairs separated with and started with what there question mark in what is that? No, URL. That's the meaning of query string. But what is its use actually? Nothing, sir. Then already we understood that in the previous cases. Now, if we take these are the URLs actually. Now observe carefully. Question mark. This part. Exactly this part is what their query string. Exactly that part is what their query string. It also be right from question mark to up to the end. This is what their. This is exactly called as like what their query string. So all of you are getting it or not? This is clearly the meaning of like what their query string. All of you observe carefully. All right, sir. Now that's okay, fine. Let's understand this point here now. This is called as like what their query string. Then what is its use actually? By providing that key value pairs, what you are telling there? By providing that key value pairs, we are providing some input to data to the server side resource. For login, username and password data is required or not? So we are providing that username and password data to the login servlet as an input to data to perform authentication. For registration, servlet is available, register servlet is available. So we provided username and user address and user qualification in the form of key value pairs to the register servlet, which is available at server side now as an input to data. On the basis of this input data only, the servlet is going to process something. The servlet is going to perform a particular action. Get my point or not? So here the point is like what there. It can be used to send some input to data to the server side resource. It can be used to send some input to data to the server side resource in order to perform the respective action. In order to perform the respective action. Example I'm telling there. For login servlet, we need to provide what their username and password data. For login servlet, we need to provide what their username and password data. Am I right or not? Then immediately, what is the URL here? We are able to provide there http://s. What next one? You know, localhost colon 8080/login/app/login. Now here we have to provide what there question mark where we have to provide what there uname is equal to abc and upwd is equal to abc123. Tell me guys now here where what is query string now where question mark uname is equal to abc and upwd is equal to abc123. This is right from this particular one where question mark and up to this part here is a query string is what their query string. This is one example. Second example here I'm telling to you. Observe here. This is an official terminology. In web environment, this is a common terminology, in general terminology. All right. Now, what is that next one here? For register servlet, for register servlet, we need to provide username, comma. Then what next one here? No user qualification and user address, something else as per the content I given there. User qualification, user address. For registration servlet, we need to provide username, user qualification, and user address as an input data, to perform like what to perform here. No, we need to provide username and password data as an input to data to perform authentication. All right, so similarly here, what I am telling to you, to perform user registration. All right, sir. Now example code here I'm telling to you how this example is available here. http://s localhost 8080/registration/app/reg question mark uname is equal to abc and uqual is equal to btech and what next one here uaddr is equal to idebit. Now here what we have to conclude there where this part question mark uname is equal to abc uqual is equal to btech and uid is equal to idebit is query string. That's enough. This is the basic awareness on like what their query string. That's it. Now this is about like what their query string here what we are having. Is clear? All of you know. This is the total awareness on like what their client. In a client protocol, that means client server architecture, three parts are available: client, protocol, and server, where client part is completed. Clear to all of you? Right, so now let's move on to the next one, protocol. And one more thing I'm telling to you, all these basic concepts we are going to understand only one time, only this time only. For every technology, for every framework, we are not going to understand all this. These are the basics of the basics. Without having idea on these basics, we are unable to understand it. Why? Because up to now, our status is what there. We are using URLs number of times, but we don't know what is the meaning of that URL. We know why we are writing these many things inside the URL. But here we got clarity. What's the purpose of each and every bit in the URL? So that's the main concept of like what their client. Right, sir. Now protocol. What is the meaning of this protocol? See, I will give straightly the definition or try to understand it clearly. Protocol is a set of rules and regulations, to transfer data. Protocol is a set of rules and regulations to transfer data from one mission to another mission over the network. Protocol is a set of rules and regulations to transfer data from one mission to another mission over the network. This is the simple definition. Okay. All right, sir. Now all of you observe carefully. Everybody understand this clearly. What is the meaning of it in general? So definition is okay, fine. I can remember the definition, but I didn't have any clear-cut example for it. See, understand this now. All of you guys, put more concentration. One general example I'm telling to you, try to observe carefully. I think in my core Java class already given that example, but again we have to understand it. This is the right time to understand protocol again. My requirement is, I want to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai. I want to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai. That's my requirement. Can you tell me what are the various channels for me to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai? What are the various channels for us? First one, the very first one is what there? By car. Of course, you can take car. Bike not suggestible. That long distances are not suggestible. Of course, some bikers are doing that. Maybe in the highways they are traveling. Even their speed is like more than 120, 130. In some situation, that bikers are crossing cars. Really, I identified one incident actually. When I'm driving my car from Hyderabad to my village, actually through Vijayawada, I'm passing there through that. When I'm in Vijayawada highway, actually, so my car is going on there. My car is going on. Some other car is there in front of me. Then sideways, another one truck is there. One lengthy truck is going on. I'm trying to cross this truck. In front of me, another car is trying to crossing that. Almost all it is crossing there. Myself is also be crossing. Meanwhile, one biker is there backside of me. I'm identifying that biker going on. When I cross this truck there, but 2 minutes of time, I don't know what is the reason why. In front of me, another car is there now. They are also in the same line, but they are not moving to the right side. They are also in the same line. After crossing the truck, 2 minutes of time, that biker is trying to cross my car. When he's trying to cross my car, all of a sudden, in front of me, another car is there. It is taking right side. Immediately, this bike is hitting that car. Spot dead. No second that. Even I stopped the car, just I checked it. He was in other side road. Even not possible for me to stop the car to go outside there. Heavy traffic is going on. Situations are totally different by the time. It might be maybe few years back. Almost all, by seeing that incident now, almost all 3 to 4 months after I have taken my car. I got some screening kind of thing in my mind. All right, sir. Anyway, then situations are going on like that. But whenever you are might be driving the bikes, take care about it. Don't go with much speed. Some limitations are available. But nowadays might be then highway authorities are giving some kind of restrictions over the speed. Speedometers are there. Immediately, if you cross the speedometer, immediately 1,000 rupees fine. How many times you cross that? Actually, then in my last visit, 2 times I crossed it. Actually, speedometer says that like what the speed limit is what there 90 kilometers per hour. Where just I have taken 91 kilometer per hour. Immediately, I got a notice. Yeah, nowadays that is very much strict in highways now. That's okay, good, nice. Nice thought. So okay, fine. Now let's move on to the point here. Bike is not suggestible. Anyway, I don't like it. Then I want to take car. Car is okay, best option, one option. But what flexibilities we are able to get if you are taking a car? If you are taking a car, then what is the flexibility for you? Not required to come on to the road, not required to stay at a bus stop, not required to catch a bus, not required to wait for it. When you get ready, you will take the car, then you can start your journey. That is one thing. In the middle, wherever you want to stop the car, there you can stop your car. That's your own car. Wherever we want to take the foot, we can plan for it and we can go there and we can take that foot. Along with the roadside, if any some other place are available, visiting place are available there, all of sudden we plan for it. We may go to that side of that road and we may go for that visiting place, some temple or something else. No, but all these many flexibilities are available. Not required to take any ticket or not required to keep the ticket safely. No, all these things are not required. That's your own car. So here some flexibilities are available. There some rules and regulations are somewhat different. But you can travel by car from our source location to destination location easily. Okay, fine. Finally, we can complete our journey. This is case number one. Same way, case number two. Case number two, I'm telling to you, by bus. By bus. If you take a bus now, if you want to travel through bus now, what are the rules and regulations here there we have to follow? What are the rules and regulations there we have to follow? So first of all, we have to come to your bus stop. Am I right or not? So bus will not come to your location. You have to come to bus stop. You have to stand in front of that bus stop in the exact spot, in the exact location. You have to stand there. When bus is coming there, maximum you have to raise your hand. Then bus will stop. When bus is stopped there, just we have to get inside the bus. When we are getting inside the bus now, maybe that bus driver or maybe ticket conductor will check your ticket. Already you booked in online. Alright, so they will check your ticket now. Then if it is okay, might be seat will be allocated for you. You will go there and you will sit in the seat. Okay, going on. Bus is crossing Hyderabad. But I know at Jahirabad maybe some coffee, some cafe is available at Jahirabad where coffee is very good. I have a thought I want to take that coffee. But unfortunately, my bus driver is not stopping that bus there at the cave. But he is stopping that bus outside of the outskirts of the Jahirabad, where might be some food center is available. But I thought of it, I want to take a coffee at some other location. But bus driver is not listening my statement. No, he said to me, no, not possible to stop in a different locations. All customers will come to me. All customers will ask me at their different locations. No, I don't want to stop the bus like that. We have some fixed location. There only we want to stop the bus. There, rules and regulations are somewhat different. No flexibility. Okay, fine. Finally, reach to what their destination, might be some duration. Lot of time it might be taken. Nearly more than 12 hours of time it has been taken. That is completed. Next one is there. That means in our car, rules and regulations are different. In the bus, rules and regulations are different. For example, if you take a train now, I want to travel by train. If it is a case, what I have to do? What are the rules and regulations? No. What are the rules and regulations there? You should not go to the bus stop, or you should not stand besides that road. You must go to railway station. You have to stand on the platform only. Sir, I want to stand besides the tracks now. Then I want to raise my hand for the train. The train will not stop. You have to stand at what there? Railway station on platform only. The train will come. When train is stopped, then only we have to get inside the train. That is another point. Okay, once you are getting inside the train now, all of a sudden you want to take a tea or coffee, something else. But in the trains, that service is available. You can utilize that service. No problem up to that. But in outside at a particular location, I want to stop the train in the sense nobody will accept it. Even if you pull the chain, maybe some fine is going to be happen. Not possible. Got it or not? Then besides the railway track might be your favorite cafeteria is passing there. You want to send a request message to the pilot of the train now, then it's not possible. Understand it clearly. The train driver, of course, we can call it them as what their pilots. Yeah, car pilots are available. Pilots in the sense the driver only. That we can use the term. The pilot in the sense not only for aeroplanes, no. Right, sir. That is another one. Not possible there. No. So in the trains, maybe rules and regulations are what there. That breakfast service or lunch service and a coffee or tea, whatever it may some snack service and everything is available. You can utilize them. but that service is not available inside the bus. And another thing is like what there apart from that, so ticket collector will come to you. They will check your ticket. Then you have to show the ticket. In the same bus at buses now, at starting point of the bus itself, then the conductor will check your ticket. But in trains, no, after having some journey, the ticket collector will come to you. When he comes to you, then you have to show your ticket. That's another one. Okay, fine. Then you can ask to the bus driver to stop at some particular location. Maybe, if possible, the bus driver may accept, may listen that what. Say, for example, at Mumbai, before that actual my destination in Mumbai, so many centers are available. At so many centers that bus stops are available at that respective bus stop. See, for example, I don't want to go to inside the Mumbai, in the outskirts of the Mumbai itself. I want to get out from my bus. There I can request to the bus driver to stop at the particular location. Then he will stop that location. Then I can come out from the bus. But if it is a train, is it possible for the train to stop the train at a location before this Mumbai to get out from the train? Is it possible? Not possible. Then at the exact location only, at the exact railway station only, we have to get out from the train. We have to come out from the train. Their rules and regulations are different. Next case is what there by flight. By flight. Guys, observe carefully. By flight. If we take the flight now, then what is the scenario? In front of Amirpet, in front of Maitirona building, the national highway is available. I want to stand at national highway. When flight is going on there, when I want to raise my hand there, flight will not come to you. Rules and regulations are different. Then what we have to do? You have to go to for their airport. You have to go there. We have to go for what their airport. In that airport, there is a check-in process. If it is a domestic travel, it may be like half an hour or maybe 45 minutes before you should be there. If it is an international journey, then you should be there at least before 1.5 hours. Of course, that depends on like what there that agencies, what flight agency here we have taken there. But some agencies are following these rules and regulations strictly. Then I have one very good experience with me. I think I already shared that with you previously, but I'm telling you, I want to travel from, actually, I have a marriage occasion actually. Then whose marriage that DevOps sir is there now? His brother marriage actually. We have to attend at Vizag. We decided we want to go for that marriage occasion by yesterday night. We checked the tickets. SpiceJet is having some tickets there. Almost 3 members we want to travel. We booked the tickets. What's the time for that? No, I think so 12:15 or 12:20. That is the timing for that flight. We thought of it. Indigo is allowing us maybe within 25 minutes before or maybe 15 minutes before also Indigo. We thought it. Then here, just half an hour before we went there. But their rules and regulations are what there 45 minutes, 50 minutes delay. They are not allowing us to get that flight. But still, our colleague passengers are available there. We are seeing that the flight is there on particular location. We observe that. But still, these people are not allowing us. Tickets are not cancelled even. Money is not returned. Okay, that's the problem. Again, we come back to the counters, then we checked the counters there. Maybe at 3 o'clock, another flight is there from what there? Indigo. Okay, then again we booked the tickets. 3 members again, 3 tickets. Actually, as per the plan, when we book the tickets with what their SpiceJet, then we booked return tickets also. But as per the late, what happened there? No, we booked the tickets again in with Indigo. Like at what time there? No, at 3 o'clock, I think so. I think 3 or 3:15 like that, somewhere else. Then we booked the tickets. If we travel through this Indigo, we are unable to catch the return flight. Again, the tickets are also not cancelled. Not possible. Unable to catch the tickets. Again, we booked return tickets with Indigo again, to and fro. Understand it clearly. Almost all, for every person, 2 times we paid for the tickets. The cost of the journey from Hyderabad to Vizag is what there, nearly for 3 members, no, 75,000. It's a costly journey, right? Right, sir. Now, anyway, then it depends on flights. Why I'm telling this point here, rules and regulations of this flight is also be somewhat different. We have to go for airport, there we have to, might be stand at a location, maybe bus will come, or maybe directly there is a path to enter into the flight. In the flight, maybe first 5 minutes of time, some guidelines are going to be happen. Understand it here? So then what next one here? Whenever we are in a travel with flight now, we understood that maybe we are crossing Jahirabad. There is some announcement for that. Jahirabad is crossing there, but we want to take a coffee at Jahirabad. How it is possible there? Will send request message to the pilot. Just please slow down. I want to go outside and I want to take coffee and again I want to come back. No, how it is possible? So their rules and regulations are different. Finally, we will complete our journey in all the cases now. But in car, rules and regulations are different. In bus, rules and regulations are different. In a train, rules and regulations are different. In a flight, rules and regulations are different. But in all the cases we are able to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai. Our journey will be successful. Of course, some time delay is going to be. Time duration may be varied. If you take a car, maybe it may take nearly 15 to 16 hours. If you take a bus, maybe, or maybe somewhat less, maybe 8 to 10 hours. If you take a car. If you take a bus, no, minimum of 12 hours. And if you take a train, maybe on around 10 to 11 hours. Or maybe if you take a flight, it is a matter of 45 minutes. 45 minutes to 1 hour max if you take a flight. Understand it now? Of course, now nowadays might be somewhat bullet trains are coming there in India, maybe. How much they are reducing our time, we have to check with that. Vande Mata trains, I think so. Right, sir. Anyway, so here the point is what? The set of rules and regulations, what we follow to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai, the set of rules and regulations which are followed by bus, which are followed by train, or which are followed by flight, the set of rules and regulations are called as protocol. The set of rules and regulations to travel from one location to another location, that is called as what? Their protocol. Bus is a protocol. But road is common for everybody, but bus is what? Their protocol. In that bus also maybe different travel agencies are available. Each and every travel agency may have their own rules and regulations there. The travel agency with their rules and regulations is called as what? There a protocol. If you take a train, maybe passenger trains are available and express trains are available, or maybe some Vande Bharat trains are available there. Their rules and regulations are somewhat varied. The agency of the train, that means that mode of the train and the rules and regulations is nothing but what? There is a protocol. Number of flight services are available. SpiceJet or maybe Indigo or maybe some Air Deccan or something else might be. Different flight services are available. That flight service agency with their rules and regulations is called as what? There a protocol. Finally, in all the cases, we used to carry data from one location to another location. Now the same point here I'm telling to you. Protocol is a set of rules and regulations to transfer data from one mission to another mission over network. Network is there. That network is able to provide some kind of movement. But we need to take a particular bus to carry. We need to take a particular car, or we have to take a particular train, or we have to take what there a particular flight. That flight or bus or a train, all these are having their own rules and regulations. No, they are nothing but what? Their protocols. But connections are already existed here in the network. I get my point on it. Connection is existed there already in the network. So this is exactly the meaning of like what? Their protocol. All right, sir. Then after understanding the meaning of this protocol, then what is that next one here? All of you guys observe carefully. Listen carefully. After understanding the protocol here, what is the meaning of it? No. What is the role of the protocol in client server applications? Basic definition of the protocol here we understood. But what is the role of the protocol in client server applications? Right. Observe carefully. In client server applications, the role of the protocol is to carry a request to data from client to server, is to carry request to data from client to server, and to carry response data from server to client. In general, we used to say client is sending request to the server. Server is sending some response to the client. Sending request data from client to server, in the sense, what's the meaning of it? No, definitely some communicator is available or not. Some mediator is available to carry request data from client machine to the server machine or not. When server is submitting response to the client, in the sense, server is giving response in the network, but that network response could be taken care by one person. That person is carrying like what their that response to like what their respective client. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Just like it is a postman. What is the job of the postman there? What is the job of the postman there? Now tell me. Sender is sending one letter. He dropped his letter on what their post box. Then postman will take that letter from the post box. He will carry that and he will send that letter to what their destination, to the respective location. Got my point or not? That is also be called as like what there a protocol. Understand my point? All right, sir. So in client server applications, the role of the protocol is to carry request data from client to server and to carry response data from server to client. Server to client. Observe carefully. This is what happened, Kenu. After that, after completion of this, what are the various examples for the protocols? What protocols are available in outside nowadays? Number of protocols are available. So many protocols are available. Examples are like what there. The best example is like what there. HTTP protocol, TCP protocol, IP protocol. Then what next one here? All right, sir. ARP protocol, RARP protocol. Then what next one here? FTP protocol. Then UDP protocol, and so on. So many protocols are available. Different types of protocols are available. Yes, sir. All of you are getting clarity or not? All right. Now here I have a question. In web applications, which protocol is very much suitable, and why it is very much suitable, and why it is suitable in web applications? Guys, understand my question here? What protocol and why that protocol? That's my question here. In web applications, which protocol is very much suitable, and why is it suitable in web applications? And why is it suitable in web applications? The question is very much clear. We have to answer for it. All right, sir. First of all, let's understand this. Which type of protocol is suitable in web applications? If you want to use a protocol in web applications, what qualities that protocol must have? What nature that protocol must have? These points here we have to understand. Got it or not? All right, so now let us see the answer for this now. Right, sir. Everybody understand my point here. In web applications, guys, observe carefully. This is an important point. Even though some interviews are asking, some interviews are not asking, but still it is a very important point in the point of remaining concepts. So now try to understand it now. In web applications, we need a protocol. It must be three features we require for the protocol mainly. What are the three features? No, it must be a connectionless protocol. What is this? It must be a connectionless protocol. Second one, it must be a stateless protocol. It must be a stateless protocol. Connectionless and a stateless protocol. Next one, it must be a compatible protocol. A compatible protocol with hypertext data. It must be compatible protocol with what their hypertext data. That's it. If any protocol is having these features, then that protocol is suitable in our web applications. If you want to use any protocol in our web applications, what exactly the nature here we required for the protocol there? First one is like what there? Connectionless protocol. Second one is what there? Stateless protocol. And third one is what there? A compatible protocol with which data? No, hypertext data. Okay, now let's see this one. Is a connectionless protocol. What's the meaning of this connectionless protocol? What's the meaning of this connectionless protocol, guys? Observe carefully, everybody. What is this connectionless protocol actually? not to have any physical connection, to have only logical connection. That means virtual connection. Not to have any physical connection, just to have only what their logical connection. Simply speaking, air connection. Understand guys what I'm telling there? Logical connection, virtual connection. Not to have any physical connection. This is called as like what there? A connectionless protocol. So simple example I'm telling there. Listen guys, all of you listen carefully. For example, I'm using for example Facebook for example. Where is my Facebook server actually? USA for example. My Facebook server is available where? USA. Now I'm staying at India, especially at Hyderabad. Think a minute of it. If I want to use that Facebook services in my computer, in my mobile, what I require? First of all, I have to send request from my computer to the Facebook server or not? Then Facebook server has to recognize my request and it has to give some service to me or not? So it's a client server application only. Client server application in the sense, if I want to send a request from my machine to the Facebook server machine, I need to have some connection or not? Okay, think of it. If it is a physical connection, definitely I need to maintain some wire between my computer and the server computer. But is it possible to maintain that physical connection there? Is it possible to maintain this kind of wiring and this kind of setup there? Not possible. Got it or not? So what I required now, a virtual connection, logical connections can be required. But physically, that connection is not going to be existed explicitly. Physically, that connection is not going to be appeared for us now. But logically, the connection is established already. Say, for example, how two mobiles are having some interaction there? How two mobiles are having connection there? Have you provided any wire between two mobile phones? It's purely virtual connection or not? It's purely logical connections or not? So the same way here we are expecting that. So in web applications now, my server is available at some other location, my customer is available at some other location, customer wants to connect with the server, then every time if you want to have some physical connection now, how much it is possible there? No customer will come to us to take that physical connection. Got it or not? So definitely for web applications, what connection we required, what protocol is required, connectionless protocol only we required. Not to have any physical connection, to have only logical connection. This is the meaning of like what there? Connectionless protocol. Observe this, at basic level, I'm confirming all the points now. Next one, after that, after completion of this, stateless protocol. What is this one again? No, stateless protocol, another one. All right, sir. Stateless protocol. Right, sir. Understand this clearly, all of you know. I think you're able to see movies frequently, right? No? Not possible to see movies? Have you seen Pathan movie? No? Shah Rukh Khan movie? All right, sir. I think nobody else, nobody. Pathan movie. Okay. Veera Simhareddy? No? Veeraya? I've seen that. Okay, fine. All right, sir. I think so. Everybody might be seen Bahubali movie, right? Triple R movie, right? Okay. Nice. Movies are very good. Then one movie I want to talk, sir, especially now. Not in Telugu movies there. See, you're not aware about it. Initially, Bollywood industry is the biggest one in India. For that Bollywood industry, the competitor is what there previously, not present. Previously, who is the competitor for Bollywood? No, Tamil industry is the biggest competitor for it. Tamil industry. In Tamil movies, if you observe there, in general, the story lineup is very good. Very good story lineups are available. There is a scope, max scope is available to show their acting performance for the actors. That's why from Tamil might be that actors' performance will be very good. But of course, nowadays that activities and everything are spreading throughout India. But every industry they're making movies, good movies only. Even the small industries are also be making very good movies. Kannada industry is very small, But after releasing that KGF 1 and 2, the total shapes of that Kannada industry was changed. Next, immediately another movie might be Kantar, I think so. Some other movie like that. Nowadays might be like that. What I'm telling there, that knowledge of acting, performance, and everything is spreading throughout India. Even small industries also be doing very good movies. Observe carefully. All right, sir. Now in Tamil industry, very good actors are available. Of course, in every industry, very good actors are available, but we can see more members like this from Tamil industry in the point of acting. So I like very much one actor from Tamil actually. Can I guess who is that? Don't say Rajinikanth or maybe Kamal Haasan. They're outdated, right? Leave it. No. Surya. Surya is the perfect actor. I like one movie very much from Surya. Or that movie there, Ghazni, I think so. I think in Hindi might be American has done that movie. Yes, sir. That movie is a fantastic movie. Ghazni. Am I right or not? What happened? What's that? Real time Ghazni. Na? All right. I think everybody's Ghazni only in my point of view. Why? Because if I asking questions there in Java, then you are not answering for it, right? All right, sir. Who is not Ghazni inside the class? Now tell me. Fine. All right, sir. Anyway, see the point is what there. I think in that movie that Surya performance is very good. But after remaking the same movie with American, I seen both the movies there, but I didn't understand that. That means that didn't like that American acting. But first time if you see that Ghazni movie in Bollywood, no, that will be very good. But already I've seen that story here in Tamil, no. But again, if we observe the same story in the of course, once remake the movies there, the second movie is not at all good. Understand it? What I'm telling you? Okay. Anyway, then that's my personal opinion. I'm telling that. But American movies are very good. Dangal is super hit movie. That movie has shown Indian movie talent in outside. Okay. Anyway, leave it now. All right, so that movie might be if you observe that movie there, where hero is suffered from a problem, right? Can you tell me what is that problem name? He got some disease or something else, some problem there. What is that problem there? Short-term memory loss. Am I right? Short-term memory loss. What is this actually? Short-term memory loss is what there. I think so. For every 15 minutes of time, his memory will be refreshed. His mind will be refreshed for every 15 minutes of time. Because of that reason, he got a photo, right? He got a camera. If you want to remember that for a long time, there you used to click on some photos there. You used to see that photos there. No? So got it or not? So that is his habituation here. As per his habituation might be, he's taking some photos there, villains photos especially. Which people he want to kill there, that people photos he able to take, no, then he's trying to kill that people there, right? Because of his flashback, it's okay. That hero problem is what the short-term memory loss. Able to remember up to 15 minutes of time on. Once 15 minutes is gone, that memory is refreshed. Yes, guys, all of you are getting my point or not? This is exactly the meaning of stateless nature. This is exactly the nature is what there, stateless nature. Understand my point? So what is the meaning of this stateless protocol here? To remember present request data, not to remember previous request data. Our protocol should be a stateless protocol. What's the meaning of the stateless protocol? No, it has to remember present request data, not to remember what their previous request data. Of course, through a single protocol, client is submitting requests continuously. Number of requests that client is sending. In the first request, ABC data. In the second request, XYZ data. In the third request, some MNL data. Always remember the current request data only, not to remember previous request data. That nature here we require. Why? Because, say for example, if my protocol is a stateful protocol, trying to remember all request data, how much data it able to remember? No, how much data it able to represent? If it is like a Facebook application, at a time, how many users are available for this Facebook application? Maybe billions and millions of users are available at a time now. If protocol is trying to remember that all the request data, how much memory it must have there? Is it possible to maintain that all the users data in the protocol at a time? So because of that reason, what protocol we required here? Try to remember only present request data, not to remember what their previous request data. This nature we require. This nature is exactly is called as like what there. This nature is exactly is called as like what there stateless protocol. This nature is exactly like what there stateless protocol. Right. Sir. Then after that, another one. Let's see this one. Stateless protocol here we understood. Connectionless and stateless. Next one is after that, after completion of this, another one is what there a compatible protocol. A compatible protocol. What is the meaning of it? Guys, understand this clearly. Protocol is able to carry request data from client to server, and it able to carry response data from server to client. Am I right or not? Request data from client to server, response data from server to client. Am I right or not? Okay. How the data is available there? Which data is submitted by client to server? Which data is submitted by server from server to client? No. Now the data is available in the form of a hypertext. The request data and the response data both are available in what there? Hypertext. To carry hypertext data, we need a compatible protocol. I get my point or not? Now the point is what there? In general, request data and response data will be provided in the form of a hypertext. In the form of what there? Hypertext. Answer my point here. No? So we need a protocol. We need a protocol. It must be compatible with we need a protocol. It must be compatible with hypertext data. It must be compatible with what there? Hypertext data. Simple point, sir. To prepare any presentation part at client mission, we need to use some HTML or JSP pages or not? Inside these HTML or JSP pages, we are using HTML tags or not? HTML. What is that HTML now? Tell me. Hypertext markup language. Now the data inside the HTML is a hypertext data or not? The data inside the tags is what there? Hypertext data or not? Answer my point again. The data which is available inside the tags, that is what there? Hypertext data. Answer my point again. Okay, hypertext markup language. That's okay, fine. So similarly, to carry this hypertext data, we need what there? A compatible protocol. We need what there? A compatible protocol. Right. I'm giving conclusion directly. All of you observe carefully. Out of all the protocols, only HTTP protocol is able to have all the above features. Is able to have all the above features. Due to this reason, we will use HTTP protocol. We will use what there? HTTP protocol in web applications. Which protocol we are using in our web applications? In a sense, answer is very clear. HTTP protocol. Why we need to use that HTTP protocol? No, in web applications we require a protocol. It must be what there? It must be connectionless protocol, and it must be what there? Stateless protocol, and it must be compatible protocol with what there? Hypertext data. So only HTTP protocol is satisfying all these requirements there. It is providing good environment for all these requirements. No, because of that reason, in web applications, we required HTTP protocol. People are asking to me hypertext data. The data which we represented in the form of tags, maybe the data which we represent in the form of key value pairs, that overall is called as what there? Hypertext data. Observe carefully. Okay, fine. In HTML, we are going to represent some data that is called as like what there? Hypertext only. Not only in HTML here, in general scripting languages, data is going to be provided in the form of what there? Hypertext only. Observe carefully. All right, sir. So anyway, then hypertext data in the sense, so many contexts and so many representations are available here, but not required for it. No, the data which we represented, in the form of request, the data which we represented in the form of like what the response, the data nature is what their hypertext data. For that purpose, we need a compatible protocol. That protocol is what their HTTP protocol. That's clear to all of you know. That's all guys. That's all for today. Then tomorrow we'll continue the remaining part here. There we are having some questions there. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about one important question, one important point here, especially first half an hour to 45 minutes of time. The topic is very, very important. So without failure, try to attend for the classes now, right? Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining content.